introduce our VP of Channel, Rob Claus.
Vice. Thank you, Jane. Do I need that? Okay. So anyways, thank you very much. Thank you, Jane. I think, what I'd like to, first of all, tell everybody that it's a pleasure to have Jane on our team at Huawei. So Jane is a true leader and has really helped us out a lot. And I get questions all the time. Someone says to me, what is it like to work for Jane? So here's Jane Lee, very successful woman, Silicon Valley executive. So what is it like to work for Jane Lee? And I said, it's actually very, very easy. And so people are kind of surprised. They say it's easy. And I said, yes. I said, Jane sat me down the first day of work and said, you will do exactly as I tell you to do, and we will have no problems whatsoever. And so that's what I do. I'm in Boston, Jane's in California. I get a call at 11:45 every day, and with my list of to-dos. So anyway, but it's actually a real pleasure. We're very lucky to have Jane. So she's a great person. But Jane gave a little bit about her adventure and her start, and so it's kind of funny. Not a lot in common, I don't think. I was born in St. Elizabeth's Hospital in Boston, 7th floor. It's about 1.5 miles from the Bunker Hill Monument. I actually grew up in Boston. I went to high school in Boston. I graduated from Boston College. I live in the same town I grew up in. My kids all went to my same high school that I went to. My wife went to the same high school. We got married in the same town and had the reception in the same town. So, other than that, we have a lot in common growing up. So anyway, so it's really fun. And I think that, Jane made a couple of very good points. And, oops. I missed practice last night, guys. So anyways, so Jane made a couple of really great points. And, there's a lot of times where, you like to get, really kind of philosophical. And I took a look at this and I said, being somebody who's been in the industry for a while, and you look at the inflection point. And I think it's a very, very powerful slide. And so, am I doing that? I am doing that. So anyway, so I thought it was a very powerful slide. So I looked at it and I spent a lot of time. I can't tell you how much time I really looked at this. And I'm trying to say, what does this mean? And so it finally dawned on me. So if you're coming to a fork in the road, take it. But anyways, Jane talked a little bit about irony. And excuse my accent when I say irony. It's irony. But anyways, when we take a look at, the irony is that in the past, recently, there's been a lot of competitors who criticize us. And they come after us and they say things about us and they really actually try to brand Huawei. But when you take a look at Huawei, and we talk to our customers, we talk to our resellers, talk to our end users, we're out there, we have a full portfolio of products. Every quarter, we grow our business. Every quarter, we introduce new technologies. Every quarter, we have new solutions that come out on the marketplace. Okay, so I think we are one of the only companies out there that are really making a lot of noise in the market. People notice us, they know who we are. And then I take a look at, a little bit, and I ask myself, how are some of the competitors doing? Okay, I don't think they're doing as well as Huawei's doing. So, so one of the things we take a look at is, the ICT vision of the status quo. And so actually, when you take a look at it, what does it mean? So, so you take a look, you say, what is Cisco, Dell, EMC, what is their vision of ICT? You also take a look at, you say ICT, well, I think HP tried it. They had the Palm, and then they had the Pad, and then, they tried to get into a little bit of UCC with 3Com. You can take a look at the ICT vision maybe of Cisco, LTE. They don't have LTE. They don't have smartphones. They don't have tablets. And so I think that, they don't really have the vision of ICT that Huawei has. Huawei has a vision of ICT, and also Huawei also has the products and the solutions to put together that vision of ICT. But one of the things that we take a look at, we say, I wonder how, how is the competition? What are they really, behind the scenes? How are they developing ICT? What do they think of ICT? What's ICT all about for them? So I took a little clip, and I just wanted to let everybody take a look at it. So I took a little clip. I just wanted to see everybody look at it.
Sag mal, Papa, habe ich dich noch gar nicht gefragt. Wie kommst du denn eigentlich mit dem neuen iPad zurecht, was wir dir zum Geburtstag geschenkt haben?
Gut.
Mit den ganzen Apps kommst du klar?
Was denn für Apps? Geh mal bitte einen Schritt zur Seite. So. Was denn?
All right. So if you just want to know what's going on behind the scenes with our competitors, and so our competitors aren't nice to us, so we're not going to be nice to them anymore. Okay, so we've taken enough. Let's say so. It's time we're going to fight back, and we're going to take the market. So the next thing I like to talk about is we get a lot of things. A lot of people say competitors, such as Cisco, Dell, HP, IBM. Hey, we've got converged systems. We've got open daylight. We really have a lot of exciting new products. But essentially, a lot of people, most of you people in this room, you're technologists. You kind of get it. I don't think you're being fooled. Okay, so I think what you're looking at is basically the same old data center products. They're rebranded. They've got an approach. Their approach to converged systems, open daylight, is basically pretty dismal from an industry point of view. They would have to admit they're not in the position that we are. If you take a look at Huawei, we take a look at what we're doing with cloud mobility, we're right up there. We're basically hyper-scaling. We're in a hyper-growth mode. We're up there with Facebook. We're up there with Amazon. We're up there with Google and these other high-growth, high-impact companies from the product offering we have. So. Actually, it's interesting because we did go behind the scenes again and took a look at some product introductions from our competitors and how it's kind of viewed a little bit by the market. So why don't we take a look at that?
Pay attention, please. Thank you. Is next neighbor. Very nice. Is next evening there. Very nice.
Having no choice is no fun. Having a choice is better than none.
Is next swimwear.
Okay, so I guess we understand. How exciting are these new products that are coming out? And so it's a lot of the same of the same. But so anyway, so attempts at innovation. Huawei is an innovator. Huawei, really is an engineering company, as Jane mentioned, and it's very much engineering focused, very much solution focused, technology focused. We innovate. We don't go out and acquire companies. Okay, so we innovate, and one of the things that, if you take a look at Cisco, as an innovator, they've gone out and they've acquired well over 20 companies in the last 3 years. If you take a look at Dell, they needed a storage business. They're getting compelling. IBM, Labona, they're thinking about going back and forth with the server business. If you take a look at HP, HP just wrote off $8.8 billion for autonomy. And so the acquisitions go on, and the attempts at innovation, so you say to yourself, where is the innovation coming from? Is it coming through acquisition? Is it coming internally? At Huawei, we come in, we innovate, we're internal innovators, solutions, technology, leading the market from a global perspective. And so, if you take a look at, it's Dell or HP, and you got to say to yourself, basically, it's not innovation. It's really just one bad idea after the other. So, talk about bad ideas.
These days, a lot of airlines are cutting corners on their meals.
This little beauty we like to call banquet on a bun, right, Bob?
Banquet on a bun.
I like it.
Sit down, Bob. Now with this, you can serve a whole plain loaf for just pennies.
I like it.
Plastic parsley. You can use it over and over again.
I like it.
Pygmy chickens. You can get 105 with an ordinary shoebox.
I like it.
Okay. I like the broccoli part. But anyway, so I guess, it's just kind of an example. Is it innovation or is it attempts to innovate? Is it good ideas? Is it bad ideas? Where is the innovation? From our competitors, and we're not really seeing it. So one of the things that's interesting is the response to the market feedback. And so, we asked a couple of questions, and we always say, do our competitors provide the type of innovation the market really wants? It kind of, that's, we can discuss that, but, are they responsive as a partner community? Are they responsive and understanding of your needs? So existing vendors that are out there, has Cisco listened to you? Has HP listened to you? Are they open-minded? Are they open for change? Do they want to be disruptive? What is the response back? Or do they want to learn from you? Do they want to change? In some of them, yes, they do want to change, but can they change? That's really the question. So again, we went out and we looked into a little bit of a response on what the partner community is really coming back at. So, and this is my last clip.
Gentlemen, would you choose hamburger A from Wendy's, made fresh to your order, or B that's made ahead so you take what they give you?
They choose B. It reminds them of hamburger they love in homeland.
But wouldn't they like to taste the delicious Wendy's hamburger?
They choose B. It reminds them of hamburger they love in homeland.
But they seem to prefer A.
What are you, deaf from hearing? They choose B.
Okay, so much for listening, so much for choice. So anyway, so one of the things, which is going on, I think we've all been, victims of it, in the partner community, which is basically the market consolidation. So a lot of things, what happens in market consolidation is that, why do they consolidate? It's pretty expensive to keep on innovating. It's pretty expensive to keep the engineering. It's pretty expensive, and it's pretty capital intent to keep on innovating, to make timelines, to bring out new products, new technologies, do the development. And so a lot of it is, a lot of companies are running out of cash. A lot of people are stopping the innovating because they can't afford it. And so that becomes down into consolidation. And so I think we've all been victims of consolidation, or victims of acquisitions and in the partner community. It's pretty disruptive. The question is in the partner community, what Huawei has to offer you is that, are you picking the winners? So as a partner community, you take a look at what's out there, what are the alternatives, what are the technologies, what are the companies out there, who's going to be leading the way in the future, or are you just sitting back and letting these companies get acquired? So how would you like to have a great 3Com practice and have HP acquire that? How are you doing now 3 years later? Not too good. So you take a look at building the cloud for greater influence. I think we all know that when you get in early, it's with any manufacturer and high tech that are out there, there is a small community out there that becomes, the favorite sons. So they're the favorite, they're the friends of the whatever. 90% of the business goes to these guys, 10% goes to the other guys. And so this is an opportunity, I think, for the people in the room here at Partners to get in a ground floor opportunity with Huawei. Really be a plank holder in our company in the U.S., and that's what we're really trying to do. But, do you manage the consolidation? Is it managing you? And a lot of times it manages your own business. But one of the things is, and being a victim of the integration, you've lost relationships, new policies, new requirements, new certifications, more money, less margin, more confusion. How do you figure this thing out? But, one of the things with Huawei, I think that, we are here on the U.S. market to stay. So even though, despite some of the things that some of our competitors put out there, Huawei's not going anywhere, Huawei Enterprise is not going anywhere. We're going to be here. The key thing is that we're not going to be sold. We're not going to be bought. We're going to merge with anybody. We're not going to acquire anybody. We're a company that's here to stay. We have world-class products. So our products are the best products. So there's nothing. So when you're out there, you're representing our products, and you saw Jerry Allen. We went down with Jerry and also with Steve Baker, IP Convergence. And Jerry tested our products out. There's world-class products. These products, high performance, great value. I can buy more, I get higher performance. Huawei has world-class products and world-class energy solutions. So we don't have to hang our head down to anybody out there. We've got great products, we've got great engineering, we've got great solutions. Our products work, it's a great value, and consumers will always recognize great value and great performance in the products. But so the whole thing, the last line there is that we are a stable company. We're here to stay. We're going to be successful in the United States, and we want you to join our journey. And that's one of the key initiatives that we have. So do we really understand partnering? Do we really understand the channel? So the thing is that we do recognize what you offer. Okay, we also recognize that for us to be successful in the U.S. market, we need to be a channel company. We need to dedicate our resources to the channel. We need to understand the channel. But we need to also understand, and you need to understand, that we understand why you're successful. You've got great relationships. It all starts with the relationships. Most of you are local companies. You know people. You know the businesses. You read the same newspapers. You go to the same ball games. You all like the Red Sox. You all hate the Patriots. But anyways, but you also, you carry complimentary lines. It's easy for the customer to order from you. You're quick. You care about the customer. You've got your reputation to protect the local community. You know technology. You invest in technology. You're a bunch of smart guys that know where the market's going. And you're the type of people that we want to represent Huawei. Okay, so just to let you know, we do know where you're coming from. We do understand. We understand the things that you've done. We understand building the businesses up, putting your house in the, in hock to get enough money to make payroll and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so we recognize that, we respect that, and we want to continue to be, a good partner for you. Okay, so even though these times when you go to an HP meeting and there's 8,000 people in the room, and you go to a Cisco meeting, and it's actually in Boston. It's like 3 days, and there's like 20,000 people coming in. But the thing is that they really understand that they're listening to you. Okay, so I'm here, Jane's here, the whole staff here from Huawei's here. So we're listening. We've got a blank sheet of paper. We think we're starting out on the right track. We think we're going to give you a lot of profitability, and I think that people like to make money. That's what you're here for, right? I mean, technology's cool, but let's make some money. So, anyways, where we're right now. And so I went to a conference, I don't know, it's been 10 years ago, and somebody got up on the stage and they said, "Hello, what's wrong with this picture?" And I always remember it 10 years later. And so, but it's basically, when you take a look at the distribution saturation, I say welcome to the 90s. And when I say welcome to the 90s, I don't care what the people from Cisco say, I don't care what the people from HP or EMC or any of these people out there say. They're trying to make their partner program simpler. They're trying to make it easy. They've only got one way of doing business. Hey, let's face it, it's basically program over program over program. And the reason why they're putting programs down over program is because the program runs out of profitability, they got to make up another program to put a little bit more into the channel. Then all of a sudden that runs out of steam, they got to get another one, okay? And then you go to their website, you try to figure out how do you be a partner, how do you go to the portal, what do you do, and everything's a PowerPoint presentation, everything's a link to someplace else, and like, who do I call? Okay, what's going on here? And so the way it's been set up is really, when you go into a deal and some of the leaders are in the deal, it's really an unlevel playing field. So you talk to some of the big guys, they say, yeah, I'm happy, I'm making money. You talk to everybody else says I'm making 4 to 5 or 6 or 8% margin. I'm fighting with 6 other guys. I started this deal, they went in, they're taking it direct. I started this deal, I was the first person in, and all of a sudden someone pulling another partner in there. So basically, a lot of times, hey, let's face it, there's predetermined winners out there when you get involved in deals. With us, we're just beginning, okay? We're not oversaturated. I mean, I'd love to have channel conflict. Maybe, no. But anyway, but let's face it, the deals are more complex. You got to spend more time on it. You got to, there's an outlay of capital. The deals aren't like they used to be. There's not a lot of deals out there. But they're coming in at low price, low margin, the high cost of sales. That's not a sustainable business unit. And so, as I said, what's wrong with this picture, right? There's a lot wrong with it. So, Mel Gibson, Braveheart, sorry. So basically, what are we saying? We're saying, what we're looking for, and what is ITC Nation? And so ITC Nation is a group of people, Okay, it's a technology, it's a concept, but it really comes down to people. And what we're looking for is people who want to be free. Okay, you don't want to get under the rock of and having these guys have their foot on you all the time, right? So this is a way for you people who can be free. Start with Huawei. The thing is, be open-minded people. So you got to be open-minded who we are, what we do, what our growth is, and how we're going to go into the U.S. market. Strive for change. You got to change your business. Business is constantly changing. Okay, you start your business out doing one thing, and you end up doing something else. It happens all the time. You take someone challenge. You know, I always say that. You know, people say Huawei. What are you calling Huawei for? You know, and I don't know about you, but every time someone tells me I shouldn't do something, then I do it. If someone says I can't do it, I figure out a way to do it. And so with Huawei and with this partner community, you know, I think a lot of you people have been successful because you're competitive. And someone says, hey, I'm not going to take this anymore. I don't have to work for 5%, 8% gross margin. I want to make money. I'll change my business. I recognize what's going on in the market. You know, I want to be a leader. Okay, I want to thrive. I want to change. Okay, these are kind of the characteristics of ICT Nation. So we're looking for people who want to be disruptive. We're looking for a bunch of crazy people out there that want to sell Huawei. Okay, and so we think hopefully we've got a room full of them. So anyway, so one of the things, you know, we put together was, you know, what we think is the ICT Nation channel program. And so it's made up of a lot of things. As I said before, we had a blank sheet of paper. We could put down anything we wanted to put down. And we said to ourselves, you know, what is really the most important thing that we can offer? And there's a few of them, you know, and one of them is basically the product offering. Okay, so if you take a look at the product offering that Huawei has versus the product offering our competitors, you know, from anywhere from UC&C, data center infrastructure, we have enterprise network, enterprise wireless. You know, we are in, you know, education, we're in retail, we're in wholesale. So we address vertical markets, we address the technology. So if you take a look at the complete product set that we have, and we have breakout sessions that will get more involved in these products, and you can learn a lot more about them. But just from the scope of the products that we have, these are Huawei products. This is Huawei product offerings. This is your product offerings. This all comes from Huawei. It's all innovated from Huawei. It's all patented at Huawei. It's nothing to do with acquisitions and taking one company and bringing it to another company and jamming this wireless company into here and doing those sorts of things. So we are the only tier 1 with the complete enterprise ICT offering. And then you throw in LTE, and you've got some really interesting things along with our devices. And so there's a lot going on. It's a big list of products for sure, but it's unsurpassed by anybody in the industry, what we have. The other thing is guaranteed margin for partner. And so I was doing the slide, and I said to Jane, I go, should I say guaranteed margin? I mean, these guys may come after us and say, well, I need some more money. And so, but anyways, but what we recognize is that you know, you need a profitable business model. And so one of the things we put together a very key deal registration program. So we want you to make money. Okay, so a lot of manufacturers may be concerned about, you know, hey, you know, maybe the channel's making too much margin. I think you make all the margin you want. Okay, because I mean, happy partners are profitable partners, and you're going to sell a lot more of our products if you make a lot more money. But we also want to put it into your hands. Okay, and we want to make you, you know, be able to have a great price, be able to have great margin, and be able to run your own deal, and be able to make as much money as you can, provide the customer with the most service that you can, and so we have a program. Basically, the higher that you commit to levels of the program, you know, the more you get. So the channel pricing with deal registration is great. So what we ask is that when you buy, for instance, our IP products, our switches and routers, so if you buy through distribution, you will get a 35% discount. But when you register your deal, and if you're gold, and I can tell you little things you need to be gold because we do have some certification coming up, then you can gain an additional 30 points of margin, of discount, which gives you effectively a 65% discount from the pricing of our IP switch and router products. So with that 65% in hand, okay, you don't have to come back to me and say I need a special price, then we do the configuration, then we go through the approval process. You're off and running right now. If you can sell it at 10 off and keep 55, go do it, okay? But we want you to register your deal, we want you to be profitable. And as the certain levels go up, you can earn that. So one of the things that we like to say we're 30-30, okay? From a street street perspective, a street price perspective, we're probably 30% below Cisco, probably about 15% below HP. If you take a look at from a margin perspective, we think we're probably 30% more, or 3 times more margin goes to the partner. So if you take a look at that combination, we think that from an economic modeling, what a great deal. Okay, you get a great price to go in, to win the business, take back the business, and you're going to make more money doing it. And it's going to be easier because you're going to get it all up front. So that, I think, is a margin model which is really unbeatable. I think it's the key to our program. And when you register your deals, it's easy. Partner portal, go in, you get it done. Probably about a 4-hour turnaround, you're off and running. Okay. So training. So part of the program is that as you move up the ladder, we ask for 3 pre-sales certifications to be a gold, and we also ask for 3 Huawei certified sales engineers. And so we have a training class on Wednesday. You can take that Wednesday, you can get certified, you can get tested, you can get up and running, you can qualify right off the bat. And we'll work with you, to achieve that as you go along. But it's very easy, it's very fast. It'll also be online, and you'll be able to take tests online. Take the course online, take the tests online. We also have the post-sales, which is our HDCA and our HCIE. We've got a class in Cupertino, and this is your post-sales certifications, your sales engineers. It's a week-long course. It's in Cupertino. It's we charge over, it's over $3,000 that we charge for these courses. If you sign up while you're here at the conference and attend in July, it will be free. Okay, so I really highly recommend you take advantage of that. Targeted demand generation. So, one of the things is that we're huge on doing local marketing. So we have market development funds available. We have it on a per proposal basis. You come to us with a great idea, demand generation, end users, we'll definitely take a look at it, and we'll definitely fund it. Okay, so we're anxious to do things from a market development point of view. We have the money, we'll spend it on our partners, we'll spend it locally for demand generation, and we have people in the organization that can sit down and they can develop programs with you. Okay, so very easy. Service, I think some of the competition says, oh, Huawei, they don't have any service. Yes, we do. We have 1,100 field engineers. Okay, so we've contracted with a third party, but we have 1,100 engineers out there. We've got stocking locations, and we can do replacements in sometimes up to 4 hours, a hardware replacement anywhere in the U.S. We also have training certifications. We've got technical services. We've got online services. We have a whole group of professional services. We also have a service program for our partners, which is co-branded or Huawei branded services. So you want to co-brand with Huawei, and you want to do more work for us, then we have a program that will extend more discount, which is more margin. You will have a very, very profitable service practice with Huawei as well, and we encourage that. The other thing is Huawei branded, so if there's service that needs to be done in other parts of the country, or maybe you haven't gone up for the co-branded yet, then you can just resell Huawei branded services, and Huawei will take the service, and we'll do the install and service and maintenance and things like that for you. So we've got a lot of good options with service, and service is important because service is really, if you blend that into your margin, it just increases what you can make with us. And so we've really worked hard to do that. And so, the enterprise program, it's like I said, it is simple, okay? There's nothing behind it. It's not built in anything, okay? And so we have a lot of channel account managers here that can walk you through it, kind of show you, where you're at, how can you get to gold. We'll work with you. I was told not to comment on this. So I'm not going to comment. So anyways. What'd you say, Steve?
Can I get a resume?
So anyway, so extensive sales, channel sales resources. So I've been here a little bit over a year and a half, and in the last 6 months, and actually especially since Jane arrived, we have made tremendous progress. And so we have really built up the channel organization and the support organization, and actually built up all of Huawei to be really a strong company from a support and from an infrastructure. We've got a lot of great people who work for our company that are really dedicated for Huawei. So we do have regional account managers, so they can come in, they can train you, they can go on joint sales calls with you, they can make it easy for you. They can work with you to make you successful. Named account managers, which is high touch. So we fulfill through the channel, but we have people out there that will work with you. They'll go into major accounts, vertical markets, and they'll also be able to go out on their own and bring you leads. We have business development managers. In June, heads up that for us. We have a lot of great people out there just looking for unique opportunities out in the marketplace. We've got network architects. We've got technical sales support. We've got channel and field marketing people on site. We've got inside sales, lead generation, constantly calling out. And we also have a very involved executive management team. And so myself, Jane, and others, you need us to be somewhere, we're on a plane, we're there, right? Hands down, we're there. So just let us know what the opportunity is. We're welcome to help you out. So why Huawei? Better partner for your business. Quality, innovation, TCO. TCO is really key with us. So even if you look at the upfront, acquisition cost of a product, then you stretch it out over 5 years, it even gets even better and better and better. TCO is really a great way to sell Huawei products when you start getting involved in some of these deals. So I guess you have to have a commitment. So one of the commitments, that Huawei will make to you, to our partners, is that we will commit that you will make money selling our product line. Okay, so it's the number one commitment. You'll make money selling the product line. We won't compete with you. Okay, so we're not going to write a quote for you. You write your own quote. You run your own business. We're not going to go in and take a business from you. We're not going to go in and bring another reseller in for you. When you can deal register something, you own it. We'll work with you until we close it. We will support you pre-sales and post-sales. We are anxious to be involved in your deals. If you need pre-sales engineering, you need post-sales, we'll be there. Okay, so that's a commitment. We will be there. We will help you. We will provide easy, profitable service offerings. Service is key. We can do that. We've got a great service organization, a lot of very experienced people in the organization. I think there's a 1-hour breakout on our service. So we understand you need to make money with service. The service has to be reasonably priced, and we will make sure that happens. And then we will do everything we can. So you've got a commitment from Huawei. And we know that, in a way, we're kind of an underdog. So when you're an underdog, you kind of work harder. You really grind it out. You do what you got to do to win the business. You do what you got to do to keep your customers happy, whether it's weekends, whatever. You've all been there. We understand you're there, so we're going to be there with you, every step of the way to help you grow your business. And so these are the commitments that Huawei will make, to the ICT Nation channel. Okay. So, I guess there's a couple things, kind of call to action. So one of the things is we want you to join the Huawei ICT Nation. And so we can help you. So our partners come speak to us. We'll help you. We'll walk you through it. Once you get certified, Wednesday there's a full day of certification. So you can knock off certification, get that taken care of. Show specials, right? Everyone's got to have a show special. So if you sign up and you get certified this week, which is on Wednesday, so every person that signs up and gets certified will get a free iPad. Okay? So please come. We've got the course set up. We've got the instructors set up. I think we even buy you lunch. So anyway, and we'll get a free iPad. So the other thing, what's key to us is registering the deal. Registering the deal is key because it gets you more margin. It helps us understand the business, and it helps us communicate and talk to you where you need help and how we can help you. If we can help you, we will. If you say, hey, I've got it handled, then we'll back off. You guys can handle it. But anyway, so if you register a deal in the next 15 days, you get an extra 5% discount on your deal registration. And then if you place a new order in the next 45 days, we'll pay you triple co-op or a maximum of $5,000 MDF, and that order has to be more than $50,000. There's some fine print, I think, missing. Jane just fell off her chair when she saw that. So there's a minimum order. You can't place an order for $2,500 and get $5,000 of MDF. And so we'll clarify some of the deal offers for you. But the key thing is to sign up and get certified and get a free iPad. I mean, that's cool. Okay, that's a good thing. It's great courses. There's got a lot to learn, and we appreciate that. And then we'll register your deal and then place an order. okay? And then we'll explain the details. We'll get a little bit more clarification on that. But anyways, so one of the things is I just want to really say, you know, we are so happy to have everybody here. It's a great group of people. We're anxious. We've got a fantastic couple days planned here. And I know a lot of you came out of your work days, you traveled here, you got in late last night. So I should say some of you guys even got here from the East Coast. But anyways, so that's all I have to say. So if you'd like to ask any questions at all, either for myself or Jane, you know, please feel free. Yes?
Can you comment on the recent sale of Linksys by Cisco to Bell?
No. No. Can anybody respond to that? I'm sorry.
It's good. It's great. It's the smartest thing they've
Tina, can we? Or Regina, sorry, Tina.
What was the question? I can tell
Yeah,
you
Lucy.
they sold it because they don't want to be in a commodity business.
Can you repeat the question?
Can you comment on the recent sale by Cisco of Linksys to Bell?
Yeah, Cisco's reasoning is that they want to focus on IT services. John Chambers claims, you know, that he re-engineered Cisco from a communications company to an IT services company, and they're getting away, you know, from selling commodity products, and they viewed Linksys, you know, as a commodity product.
Thank you.
Great, thanks.
I got a question.
Okay.
In North America, when someone calls the call center for customer support, will they reach English-speaking people in North America?
What? They'll reach me. No.
He said English-speaking.
Yes, they will. Well, we have a call center in Plano, Texas, and you should be able to reach English-speaking people when you call in.
So is Jim here? The answer is yes, but I would like Jim to talk about how the mechanism works.
Yeah, thanks. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Jim Schott. I'm working with the Services Marketing, managing our service partner program and our services in general. And I'll answer this in two parts. First, if a Huawei customer calls the call center, they reach our call center in partnership in the USA. Answers in English. If we escalate, it comes back to our engineering team in the US. Highest level escalation is internal, and this will certainly go back to our R&D centers in any of the locations worldwide as appropriate. The other part, the part we'll talk about tomorrow, is our Certified Service Partner Program, where our resellers and our partners who qualify, who choose and want to become Certified Service Partners, will take frontline calls. Level 1, Level 2 calls. Call comes straight to our partner. Our partners will be trained. We provide the resources for that. And Huawei, with its partners and its call center, will back that with Level 3 calls and escalation beyond that. So I think the answer is yes and yes. Yes for our direct business, and certainly yes for our reseller business, and yes for the business that comes back through our CSPs.
Great. Did that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Most of the questions I've received over the last 2 years have not been about your technology. They were about the whole support model.
Right.
And who would support it, how would be supported, can they get support, what happens after the customer purchased it, and they be left holding the bag.
Right.
So it had nothing to do with your technology.
Right.
It's all about the packaging around the support and post sales.
Right. Okay, thank you.
Hi. Yeah, I was curious about sourcing products. Is that done exclusively through distribution, or is there an opportunity for us to buy products directly from Huawei?
Well, we have Cynix as our distributor, and we also have a company called CTDI, and so we highly encourage all of our resellers, to go through distribution. There are some unique circumstances from maybe a pricing, or maybe it's customer-led, or whatever, that we'd be able to talk about it. But we're pretty much committed to a two-tier model in the U.S. Logistically, it makes a lot of sense for us, and we like to work through our distribution most of the time, whenever possible. I mean, can't say 100%. You never know. There are a lot of unique situations out there that may, filter into it. But for the most part, we're really, a two-tier company working through our distributors to service the resellers right now.
Add on to that.
Yes.
Will you expand your distribution
Yeah.
partner ecosystem?
Yeah, we'll expand our distribution. We'll expand our our VAR community systems integration. Yeah, I mean, we're expansion mode. Yes. Yes.
And Rob, if I just may add an additional comment, sorry, Richard, to your comment, because it's something very important and close to our heart. As I mentioned, the Huawei Enterprise US established for over a year now. And in that time, we have heard a lot of voices, just as you mentioned. It's not about our product. People know we've been networking company for over 25 years. So service is critical for us, and that's why throughout the conference you see a lot of service-related presentation. And my another additional comment is what we would like to work with you on is how do we do service joint marketing so your customer are comfortable as well, because ultimately it's about how comfortable your customer are about our service model, and that's something our service team is also pretty committed to. So we have a infrastructure built now, and it's been working really effectively. I think you will hear from some of our longer-term customer like Sears. But I think the next problem is how do we make sure it's advertised, it's promoted, so your customer feel comfortable as well.